Do you have trouble making sales quotas every month? Do you not look forward to your cranky boss or coworker? Do you dread that customer that's hard to sell to? If any of these apply to you, then this video on cranky boss or coworker should help you. Take notes. Okay, there's some ideas and also some steps for you. So first of all, the ideas would be, number one, be positive. So the person's probably a negative or cranky boss or coworker because they're depressed, they're going through stuff in their life, and you're going to want to be positive, be that friendly light that they always love to talk to. Give compliments, just be supportive, understanding, help them out. Number two, you're going to want to identify their emotional baggage. That means understand who they are, what's their story, where did they come from, why did they believe what they believe, what happened to them, do they have any insecurities, what do they think about their family, just general, like, were they teased, what were they teased about, what are they insecure about. Number three, cultural emotional baggage. So there's a whole other video on identifying cultural nuances, but each person identifies with a culture. But when you think about it, each culture has its own emotional baggage that it's carried throughout the years, and it has to do with perception and pretty much how you identify. So number four, solution oriented. So that means whenever your cranky boss or coworker says something annoying or irritating or harmful, you want to forgive them immediately after they say it, and then just think solution, like, what can we do to fix this? Or, okay, that's fine, but how about this idea? Let's try this. Number five, it's not personal. So don't take anything they say personal. They do this to everybody. It has nothing to do with you. If you have low sales, it's still not you. Don't blame yourself for anything. This is totally not personal. Number six, shield. You're going to want to think of it like you have a shield, metaphysical shield, and that has to do with your open wounds. So those are things within yourself that you still haven't fully healed or that you haven't really recovered from. So you have resentment there in your body that when people say things or do things, it does trigger those open wounds and causes you to feel upset or flustered. So you're going to want to make sure you have some kind of shield or a way to not react and stay calm and identify that and say, oh, that's just an open wound, I'm working on that. So that's within yourself. 7, rephrase everything they're saying. Just say things that are really, really positive. Almost pretend as if they are really supportive bosses. So a great example would be, oh, thank you so much for that feedback. I'm so grateful. And they're like, what? I was yelling at you. Or you can say, you know what? I really appreciate those ideas. I'm going to definitely try that. You can even say things like, I'm so glad you value me as an employee. And it sometimes catches them off guard, but it's just really good you put that language out there. Okay, A, B, C, and D. A, warrior. You're going to want to think of yourself like a warrior. Going to work because you're going to set an example. You're going to be a leader yourself. You can't just not worry about it or sweep it under the rug. You are a warrior. You got to stand up for the highest truth. B, you're going to want to match their energy. So that means you want to be something that they can understand. You want to be something they can relate to. Be low energy if they're low energy, or if they're cynical, then just be kind of skeptical, but don't be cranky, but try to be something that they can understand. C, negotiate. You're going to always negotiate everything in life. Everything in sales. Nothing is given. Even in business, people are not necessarily going to pay their bills. So, you have to think of everything in life is a negotiation, and everything is selling your idea to someone else. D, if you still can't get through to them, it's because they're probably a bully. And that's a little bit tricky, but bullies, what you're going to want to do is think of it like a chess game and have a strategy planned out. So that means you're also going to want to have power in numbers, what to say, how to speak it, when. You got to have it planned out and strategized, and also stand for the highest truth. So an example would be, if you have a really bullying boss who, by bully I mean someone who has a very deep, dark, mean streak that's very, very dark and heavy and stubborn, and nothing you can say can affect their conscience. So that's tricky. You have to make sure that you plan it out and have, first of all, talk to as many people as you can in confidence. Don't say their name, and get as much support as you can, groups, support services, friends, lawyers. You're also going to want to research the sunshine law, so know if your state actually has that enacted. In Hawaii, it means you can only one person has to know that they're being recorded, And then when you plan out all the steps, how you're going to do this, you're going to have to go talk to this bullying boss and pretty much tell them, you know, what you want. Say, this has to stop. You have to treat us with respect and do this, this, and this. And try to negotiate them. And if they're just screaming and ranting and threatening to fire you and so forth, you have to stand firm and say, well, if you need to fire me, that's fine, but doing anything illegal like that, I wouldn't suggest. And, you know, they're going to probably not be the easiest people to negotiate with. So you just have to be confident and then bring in some more people, bring in numbers. And if you cannot get through to the bully, then you just have to say, well, I wouldn't suggest that. I think you should save your reputation and mine because I've already thought ahead and I've already planned that out. So I would suggest you do things legally and just, you know, let this go and work with us here. So just be strong and you can get through anything. Okay, subscribe. Thank you for watching.